Steve Moran here, and I'll bet you can't tell where we are today. And I am with my friend Teddy, who is with Welcome Home, which is the best senior living CRM in existence today.
Steve, you're always too kind. I appreciate that.
No, it's true. It's true. And so, but you're actually not resting on your laurels, right? You're working on some new stuff. So let's hear what you're working on.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a co-founder who's a developer, right, it means that you're gonna need to be innovating often. So basically, since we've last talked, we released milestone features every single month. Some of the biggest ones are we rolled out some advanced waitlist functionality that have been really great for those folks that are already doing really great at driving occupancy. And then one of the other ones is we did a pretty awesome overhaul on reporting and got some really more advanced reporting metrics, being able to do a lot of things, incorporating our automations and tracking things, especially with our integration partners. Think video platforms and things of that nature. Right. So we've done some really cool stuff rolling out all of those. And basically we just want to keep innovating every single day, every single month, because at the end of the day, our clients give us such good ideas and such good feedback. And that's what we were built on, listening to the feedback and then innovating and making an impact.
So when you talk about these, I actually want to trust sort of the elephant in the room kind
Sure.
of thing. So one of the things I guess I'd be a little bit worried about if I were a user and there were updates all the time, is that going to cause me problems?
No. So the cool thing is, I mean, it's not something that you have to pay more for an update, right? We release the updates in a timely manner. If it's something that is going to be user impacting, we wait and we do new feature webinars. So actually all of our users get unlimited free training with Welcome Home. And so one of the things that we do that is different from us than for the rest of people is every time that we launch a new feature, we train every single one on how to do it. This is when we launched that event module, right? This is how to track your RSVPs. When we launched the waitlist, this is how to prioritize and leverage it so they know how to use it. And then every time the feedback is amazing. When you read our Google reviews, right? It's amazing in terms of, thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you so much for putting it out there. And so it's always received well. And we like to push the updates. There's no reason to hold them out. We like to push them out as we go.
Right. So as you made these changes, these enhancements really, can you talk a little bit about what problems they solve?
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, everything that we're looking at is how to drive occupancy, right? And it is how to think about, the move-ins are likely already in Welcome Home. They're already in your CRM. And so how do we expose those people, that have been stuck in a stage or that have been placed on a wait list to make sure that you don't forget about them and that you can easily touch them and make sure that you are staying on top and find those move-ins. So advanced features with our reporting that we launched, as well as the waitlist functionality, are just identifying these move-ins. And so the sales team can go ahead and just get them to drive in.
Okay, so I got to come back to this. You said something that is absolutely brilliant here. And that is that your next move-ins are already in your CRM system. Yeah. And I think that a concept needs a ton more attention.
It definitely does. When you look at the problems that sales and marketing face, right? If you're getting no leads, then that's obviously a problem, right?
That's right.
You can't have a company that it doesn't get any leads, and that works. But most people are getting leads, and the problem is, where are you losing them in the funnel? And so one of the things that we've done, and we've doubled down on this, is our founder, John, one of the co-founders, did 20 years at one of he would say the top management consulting firms in the world, Bain. And so he made his living on helping businesses be better, right? And so what we've done is we have all your data and we know the benchmarks of the industry. So we know what everybody else is doing as well. And so we're doing these executive business reviews. So now we can highlight where are you having a problem compared to the industry, and then where can we shake out those move-ins for you? Is it a tour to move-in problem where you're having people stuck post-tour greater than 90 days that said they want to move in for 1 to 3 days? How do you get to them? And so we're leveraging these platforms, again, free of charge, to help operators do something that would cost them a ton of money in the other outside world, right? If John was still working for his old company.
Yep.
But now give them that resource to go ahead and find ways to improve. And that's something that we're really excited about doubling down on in the future, and making sure that, the folks that choose to partner with Welcome Home are succeeding because, they were kind enough to choose us.
Yep. Cool. So what else should we be talking about?
Yeah, the main things that we just want to get out there are the fact that we're going to be really emphasizing the benchmarking coming forward, and that we're doubling down on these executive business reviews. We're going to have some really cool new features coming up as well, as we continue to listen to it, and we just want everyone to tune in and be able to see it. I mean, if you're a Welcome Home user and you haven't seen the recent new feature webinar, you need to watch it. And then the next thing that we're doing, which we're really excited about, we've already started, is we are offering, again, free of charge to our user base, sales and marketing best practice webinars. So what we're doing is we're partnering with an ecosystem of consultants around the space. Mm-hmm. And so we're giving on a periodic basis, these webinars for all users where a consultant comes in and, tells you essentially their pitch on what you should be doing better. And then we bring it to life in Welcome Home. So what I do is I say, well, great. It's great for them to say these things, but here's how you actually bring it to life. Cool. So we pull up the report. So we did it with Build so far this year. We've done it with Julie Podowitz and Grow Your Occupancy so far. And we've got some more exciting ones lined up. And so we want our users just to have those resources to think differently as they approach the sales process.
That is really, really cool. I know that I was at I think I can go this far. I was at the Juniper Leadership Retreat a few months ago, and John shared a few weeks ago, and John shared some data that was really, really fascinating. And I think that should be part of a future conversation with us, the part that you can share the aggregated data. And because it doesn't necessarily always match up with some of the other public data that we're seeing out there, and it's really important to look at that. And I think that you've got a big enough data set that it's worth talking about those differences. So.
Absolutely, and I mean it's all self-reported data versus real data, right? So there's we want to leverage real data, but at the end of the day, that data, you can know what the industry benchmarks are, but it doesn't matter unless you know specifically how you compare to those benchmarks. And so that's what we want to get. We don't just want to give you a here's what the industry is doing. We want you to know how you're doing compared to that, and then maybe some options that you should tweak.
So that you can hit those industry benchmarks or exceed them.
Exactly.